If I go back just after I'd become really, really sick, life was falling apart, lost my job, had to move back in with my parents, and I was facing a very long and difficult road to recovery. Felt like everything that could have gone wrong had gone wrong in my life. I felt that I was stuck, couldn't go forward. I was quite afraid about what the future would be, and I was really consumed by negative energy, bitterness, resentment, all those negative emotions, and it's not a good place to be. And I wanted to go forward. I desperately wanted to heal, to get my life back on track, whatever that might look like. The nature of this illness that I had at the time. When you've got schizophrenia, the logic is flawed. What I needed was a guide. I needed someone who had walked the path, who knew how to overcome the obstacles. And that's what the hero's journey is all about. You get a mentor, and the mentor provides you the talisman. It's a physical object that will have some important effect to the story. But the mentor believes in you. The mentor tells you you can do it. The mentor tells you that I know you will be okay. I know you can overcome this incredible challenge. What I was doing it as I was avoiding it. I was saying, nope, things are going to be fine. My life is going to go back to what it was. I'll go back to the previous job. I'll get back to normal. That's what I want. But you can't reverse the path, and I needed a mentor to show me how to go forward. And I think that's what's really useful, saying, hey, these are the challenges you'll have to confront. It won't be easy, you will be tested, and you'll almost certainly fail at least one of them. But I believe you can do it, and overall you'll be successful. And when you do, then you will have the freedom to live. You can pursue whatever you want. And for me, that's theology and coaching. I really want you to have that freedom. See the possibilities in front of you and choose the one that'll have the most positive impact for you in the world. But there is true hope. You just have to be willing to accept what that looks like. And again, there is hard work. It is the difficult path, but there is a vision at the end of it. And that's what I try to remind people of. There is a place of peace, a place of love, a place of fulfillment, a place of connection. I find the inspiration in Start With Why. It's Simon Sinek's idea. He has a really great talk on it. My why is I want to help people. My vision for myself is lead people to Christ by being like Christ. That's what I'd like to do. Do the scary thing and succeed. That's reassuring. Having that mentor to get us there was really valuable. And I really believe everyone has something to teach. Everyone has something to learn. The intention there is to help people and get them to open up about their struggles. Men often don't want to do this. I certainly didn't. Back when I was younger, I did get into a lot of trouble. Moving off to Sydney, it's a bit like going to New York City. You've just been given a job on Wall Street. You've got a lot of options. And I really embraced the good and the negative. I saw a show at the Sydney Opera House, which is just fantastic. We have a big revolving restaurant on one of those Space Needle type buildings. It's called Centrepoint Tower. I remember taking a date there and getting a photo of her. I call this the new John or the reformed John. He still has trouble getting out of bed sometimes, but when he does, he does the right thing. If there's something that you genuinely enjoy and it's positive, you should absolutely pursue that. I've taken a dance class. I've discovered I love dancing. My brother is a professional dancer, and it was a desire to see a little bit more into his world that got me to the dance studio. And I've actually signed up for another performance. I did one last year, so I'll be dancing on stage again this year, and I absolutely love doing that. I've got a great group of friends, my really close mates. We get together for board games, we play online games. I really enjoy doing that. I've got my training. I go to the local Fit Stop, which is a bit like a gym. It's group fitness classes. I do my jogging. That's fun to me. And my work, I love my work, doing things like this, meeting interesting people, hearing their stories, making content. It's a genuinely fun job. I think I'm having much more fun than I ever possibly had in Sydney. It's just a much more healthy and fulfilling kind of fun. I thought smoking lots of dope was fun. I thought pursuing multiple relationships at the same time was fun. Don't get tricked or lured into believing that something is fun if it's negative for you and those around you. Take the dance class. I recommend that. Do that. That's actually fun. Taking drugs, no, that's not fun. When you're young, it's easy to make these mistakes, but I wish I'd had that point of comparison to say, hey, John, all these things you're doing that you think are good, no, mate, it's not. Having someone to just be real with me and say, look, this is no good, could have saved me a lot of pain. People who need help are not in a great place. They've been wounded, they've lost their way, they made bad choices, and they're in a very difficult place. And when someone reaches out to them, who sincerely wants to help, who wants to be with them and guide them forward, sometimes the message is difficult to accept. If you want to go forward, you need to change, you need to give up certain things. You have to confront difficult obstacles, challenges, and that's hard, that's challenging, that requires a lot of courage and willingness to do the hard work. And that's why you need a mentor. You need someone beside you who is willing to stand beside the wounded you, the version of you that's failed, who has made poor choices. And that's what I really want to be. I do. I want to stand there and help take one more step forward, eyes on the prize, and we can get there together. I'm putting together a preview experience. This is a 1-hour webinar. It's absolutely free. It's called Unplug, How to Escape the Simulation and Find Your Purpose. It's an introduction to me and what I'm teaching. Putting on preview experiences. It's a 1-hour webinar. The schedule is every couple of weeks or so. You can find this at unplugandescape.net. That'll have the information there. You can book in. That's the best way to find me and to interact with me. I'm also on social media, John Crain Welsby. I've got a podcast on YouTube. I've also got shorts on TikTok. But the best way to find me is go to unplugandescape.net and sign up for the webinar.